The court's ruling brings the state's budget picture into focus. eCapitol News Director Sean Ashley joins us with more on the ruling and how it will impact developments at the Capitol. Sean, thanks for joining us.
You're very welcome.
Now, Sean, the vote on the car tax was much closer than the court's earlier decision on cigarettes. Were you surprised by the ruling?
You're correct. The decision on the cigarette cessation fee was a unanimous decision, but this was 5-4. On one hand, I wasn't surprised. Having watched the court arguments, they seemed rather divided on whether this was a revenue-raising bill or whether it was just simple legislative procedure. When you look through the decision itself and you see how the members fell out on the different sides of the issue, those who supported the idea that it was not a revenue-raising measure were those who raised that point during the oral arguments, and those who seemed to indicate that it was in fact a tax increase, a revenue-raising bill, made those very points during the oral arguments themselves. So on one hand, while there was a big difference in the two decisions that they made, I was really not surprised how this one fell out in the end.
So what has been the reaction by the legislative leaders?
Well, legislative leaders have been kind of quiet in some respects. House Speaker Charles McCall made no statement regarding the decision. However, Senate President Pro Tem Mike Schulz indicated that this verified what they had said all along, that eliminating the exemption of sales tax for automobile purchases was not a revenue-raising measure, and that it could go forward. The governor, too, was glad to hear that the court had made a decision in a relatively short amount of time, just a little over 3 weeks, although we were all anxiously awaiting that decision.
What can we expect next?
Well, it seems very likely that the legislature will be called back by Governor Fallin for a special legislative session. She has indicated numerous times that that's her plan. There are 3 agencies that are short a total of $214 million and risk closing their doors by the end of January if the budget is not rebalanced and those agencies do not receive some additional money. The Senate seems ready to come back. Senate Republicans met earlier in the week and said they were willing to listen to budget adjustment measures or even revenue-raising measures. The House seems to be the question mark in all of this discussion. House Appropriations and Budget Subcommittee chairman met this week, but we don't know what, if any, decisions they may have reached. We'll wait for the governor to make the call.
eCapitol News Director Sean Ashley, thanks for joining us.
You're very welcome.